about me. Like, you know, I'm one of the characters that's, you know, running things.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's definitely a good look.
All right. That's really cool. So you're like a TV hooker. You've been everywhere.
Yeah, I kind of been everywhere.
Yeah.
I've been around the block, you know what I mean? I don't want to say too much, but I just found out that other than Tricks and Flipside, I'm going to be back on your screens in September in one of Britain's biggest TV shows.
Seriously?
Yes, I just found out. So I'm not going to say which one it is, but...
Oh, man, you say that to us, man.
I'll tell you that. I might
Okay.
have an episode, well, I have got an episode in EastEnders.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah, I just found out now on the way here.
Wow.
Yeah, so, but I mean, yeah, I'm more here to talk about Tricks and Flipside.
So this is your year. 2008 is your year.
2008 is feeling like my year. I feel like I'm just working harder than I've ever worked.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like if any year it should come, it should be this year, because I've always been on it. But this year, I eat, sleep, and breathe all of this. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right. That's awesome. That is cool. I can't believe that this is awesome. Okay. Right. Back to like USA. We are in Britain. Okay. So tell me more about this program. So how does it stand out to comedy series like in Britain?
Yeah, basically it's never been done before.
Right.
What you need to think about when you think about this series is stuff like Keenan and Kel. In terms of the level of craziness and fun, it's on that tip. You know, it's a comedy series about the hip hop industry.
Right.
Tricks and Flipside are two rappers trying to come up in the game, trying to do well, trying to get signed.
Yeah, like most UK artists, so they can relate to
They can relate to that.
Yeah.
And at the same time, what we haven't seen in this country is someone to be catapulted to like the 50 Cent level. We haven't seen that until this show. B.I.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Yeah, B.I. is bigger than that.
Do you take the mix out of the whole 50 Cent image with the bling bling and I got shot 9 times, or like?
Well, this is the thing. We kind of poke fun of it slightly because some of the clothing is a little bit like extravagant and the blinged out. But at the same time, we're trying to keep it real. You know what I mean? We definitely on this one, I feel like we brought everything together in a really good way. Do you see what I'm saying? We got the craziness, but it is grounded in some sort of reality. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. And this guy, although 50 Cent got shot 9 times, this guy is terrified to get shot. So he might be standing in the room talking all serious about how much it's all about him. And all of a sudden, there might be like a Hoover hose goes, and he'll be like, no! Because he's like a terrified little boy. He feels like everyone's out to get him. And yeah, it's just, you haven't seen a character like this before, definitely. Never.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So, like, speaking of, because you're doing comedy, and who are your top 5 comedians and influences?
Wow, hard question. Lenny Henry's definitely in there because I grew up watching Lenny Henry, and I wore the same jacket that Lenny Henry wore back in '88 in this show, so we kept it vintage. Lenny Henry, yeah. Who else? Eddie Murphy did his thing. I loved Jim Carrey growing up. He just smacked it totally. French and Saunders, those two women are just hilarious. There's loads of people. Oh, and the Wayans brothers. I've really got to big them up. US side, what they did is they picked up the pen and they nailed it. So the Wayans brothers, definitely.
Yeah, speaking of the Wayans brothers, yeah, my dad is exactly like, you know the bang bang guy?
Yeah,
the dad.
Yeah.
My dad is exactly like him.
Wow.
No joke about it. He's exactly like him. So yeah, that's a really good selection, I think.
Yeah.
That's a really good selection. So what are your aims for this program and for 2008 as well?
Well, basically, the aims for this program is for it to be well received and we get a second series. That's what we're going for. There's already talks about it, but we got to prove ourselves. So definitely aiming to get a second series. And we just want to reach the youth, because the way I see it is there's a lot of negative press at the moment. And a lot of the stuff, the films that are out there for young people, while I'm really happy that they're out there, like the adulthoods and the kidulthoods and the W10s, the only thing about it is everyone in those series is struggling the same way all these young people are struggling, and it's all about being into the guns and into the drums.